but not collected. So we need to know, was it levied and not collected, or levied but collected but not reported? Auditor General, you need to advise us.
Yeah, the fee was collected but not reported because
it was collected.
Yeah, because it went to the officer. So the officer was collecting.
Oh, it is the 157.
Yes.
Oh, so that this 3,500 is tied to.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's come back because we now need to deal with the ROR. Let's come back to the ROR, and officers, I hope the governor has a detailed ROR statement. This is your statement. Your county receiver of revenue is George Kirer. Is George here?
No, he's the one. Yes, he's out.
He's the one doing exams.
Yes.
The reports were co-signed by Bernard Kipkurui Koros. Bernard is here.
He's here.
Okay, and is the one who attached his ISPAC member number. Governor, I know you wanted to talk about how revenue has grown in Kericho, but yes. Before we give you that opportunity, could you tell us why vehicle parking fees dropped by 6 million?
I'm trying to.
And then, why market fees dropped by 3 million? Why advertising dropped by 9 million? Start with those three revenue streams: vehicle parking fees, market fees, advertising. Yeah, fiscal planning also dropped by 6 million. I don't know. These are cases where you are taking money at retail level from people. If it's vehicle parking fees, you're collecting some 50, 100. I think I remember having paid parking fees in Kericho one day when I stopped by a hotel. So I want to know whether that money got into the account.
Yeah.
So before giving us a rosy picture, tell us about these specific streams. Why are they dropping?
Yeah, for the markets, Chair, we had challenges a bit with the markets because we had shifted traders. There is a market that now we are almost done with it, and we had shifted traders from that particular market. And again, we also imposed a rule that limited hawking within the town. And part of this is what led to the drops in the market rates, Chair. For the vehicles, Chair, we had a situation which was not very rousy around this period of time, Chair. And we had not digitalized the collection of revenue even within the car parks. And it was really not an issue because the contract we had with the service provider had ended. And at the time we wanted to advertise for procurement of the same, Treasury issued a circular that they were onboarding counties to a nationwide system of revenue collection, and thus advised the counties not to procure a new system. So during this period, we dropped a bit within that sector, Chair.
So the system should then affect all the revenue streams rather than one.
You know, Chair, we designate people to do collections in one point or the other one. And I must admit, we had a problem as a county at that point of time.
So that one has explained parking fees or market fees?
But market fees, I indicated that we shifted from there. There's a new market that we are almost done with it. And when we shifted traders from there, we had lesser traders operating within that site. And also, we banned hawking in town from specific hours until evening. And it also affected on the collection at that particular time.
Advertising?
Advertising, Chair, now the problem is that adverts you don't control want to advertise at that point of time. So probably that particular year, we didn't have a lot of people wanted to advertise.
A 50% drop in an economy that is growing?
Chair, is relative. Even today, I'm not seeing a lot of adverts. But honestly...
No. Governor.
Yeah.
Where is the accountant who signed these things off? You are giving us political responses. We want responses that are economic.
So let me ask Koros to respond.
make sense. Because you can't tell me you collected 9 million less because of the economy.
Let me ask Koros to
Everything else will have dropped by 50%.
Honorable Chair.
What is the reason why you collected 9 million less in advertising?
Chair, let me
50% less than prior
let
year.
me ask the Director of Revenue to respond to that, Chair.
And please give us a better reason rather than, you know, the economy.
Thank you, Chair. I think main reasons why we...
What do you think? You're sure?
Okay. What contributed to this drop is you see now there is a dynamic in the advertisement where the providers are shifted to online. And even if you see the billboards which we used to have in 22-23, some were empty during 23-24. And we took also advantage of the campaign period in 22-23, where people who were contesting were supposed to be paying for the display of portraits and the rest. So that one also overstated the collection of 22-23. Thank you.
So if you are to compare advertising revenue of 19 million with prior year, which was not an election year, we should see a difference.
Yes, there was an improvement in 22-23 contributed to that activities.
Okay.
Chair, let me take his political response. I think in that year under review, we had national celebrations in Kericho. Didn't we have it?
Yeah, during that year, yes, indeed, we had national celebration. All the space was taken by the county government, and pictures of all the governors, pictures of the president and portraits were coming all over there.
Hold on, Governor. Then that is where the problem is. Instead of telling us this business is low, it is him who made business to go low by putting pictures of governors. Why would a governor from Isiolo want to be seen in Kericho?
That was just 1 week.
Then it affected your revenue.
But why should that be free?
I don't know.
Anyway,
it was just marketing the event.
Secondly, Chair, just clarity from the Governor. Governor, you have said you have digitized all revenue streams. But in this year under review, you had moved back to manual revenue system.
That is 2023. That is the time.
We are in this year 23-24.
That is when the contract had elapsed.
So what happened? What is the story behind it?
Why
would you go manual, then digital, manual, then
Senator
manual?
Cherargei, that's an important question. Allow us to ask it at the end. Okay. Let them give us their stories line by line, because there are about 7 streams where there was a drop. Fine. So you are saying advertising, economy, nini. Public health service fee dropped by 3 million. What is the explanation?
Let me still ask the Director to respond to that.
Thank you. When we resorted to manual, some collection is done at a facilities hospital. So some of the collection was deposited to hospital collection account, and it was reported under F5. Thank you.
Can you provide evidence to that effect?
Yes, we can support.
We will not allow stories here.
Yes, we can support.
One story after the other. Let's have the catalogue of stories first. Physical planning and development dropped by 6 million.
Chair, you need to weigh, now they are giving political answers. Because at that time, the F5 Act was still being considered. We are discussing about the year under review, not now.
You see, what he's saying, it's just that he's trying to sanitize it, is a violation of the Act. Because he says that when they went manual, the collections were being done at the facilities and done under FF. That is collection and utilization at source.
Correct.
Which is a violation of the PFM. I just want them to put all the excuses on the table. Then now we deal with them. Physical planning and development from 7.7 million to 1.5 million. 6 million drop. What is the story here?
Let me still ask the Director to respond.
Thank you, Chair. What happened, we treat our fiscal planning as part of permit issue, that is licensing. So part of what was collected under fiscal planning was reported under business permits. That is why you see the business permit will move from 65 million to 161. So the ballooning was also part of
You want to tell me that the 100 million growth under business permit ought to have been physical planning and development levies?
part of it is fiscal.
My friend, are you an accountant?
Yes,
Are you a member of the institute?
yes.
What is your ISPAC number?
18698.
Please take note, our liaison from ISPAC, because these are the people who need to be put under the radar. Accounting is not about stories. If you say that we collected this under this stream in the prior year and reported it in another stream, you must demonstrate. And you must provide that amount. So, please, again, you collected 7.7 million as physical planning and development. The subsequent year, you collected 1.5 million. What is the explanation?
I'll have to refer to the notes.
Because it means that you collected and pocketed when you went manual. That can be the only logical conclusion. Now let's go to administration control fees and charges. You collected 13.4 million, and then subsequent year, 5.5 million. 8 million less. Do we have an explanation that is quantitative, not qualitative?
No.
You have no explanation.
Now,
So-
I think the same case which applied to fiscal planning did happen also for administration.
Which-
It's reported under business permit, because when we were issuing invoices, we bundled them, all the streams, like one invoice where you
When you
find.
do this table, aren't you comparing like for like?
No, we transitioned. Initially, we were using the system. So when we went for manual, we were issuing an invoice with several streams of revenue at a go. So when the client pays, they pay as a unified amount, and we did report them as permits.
Is there any other excuse that you have not used in the book?
Chair, while on that, you remember Nairobi City Council